Today's project has arrived in a box, and it is a tow bar for Will the Wonder Wagon, my T4 2.5 long wheelbase. So today's project is going to be fitting this and wiring it up. So this is how I do it. That's what I paid for it. Pretty good price. So this is where the tow bar is going to go. I'm not sure yet whether I need to remove the bumper. Mine is a single piece plastic bumper that I've painted with Raptor a good few years ago. Been excellent, by the way. There are two chassis members at the left and right of the rear of the van that I need to bolt this to. So let's unbox the tow bar first and have a look what we've got. I bought this tow bar kit from PF Jones, and it comes with the tow bar, the tow ball and the electrics. Right, so these are the electrics from Maypole, 7-pin 12N wiring kit with 2-meter pre-wired socket and available sensor buzzer relay. And then this is the tow ball, just a standard tow ball, also Maypole branded. There's a little tow cap. This is a Tow Trust branded tow ball. So these are the side pieces. There's two of these. So these bolt to the chassis rails underneath the van. Two of those. Assorted nuts and bolts. These are all 8.8, and by the looks of things, the instructions. Then of course this is the main piece, the center piece, to which the tow bar attaches. And that is an empty box. That is what you get in the kit. So let's fit this to the van. I've laid out everything here behind the van. Those are my two side plates, and you'll notice that they have these little extensions on them. They fit like that. So this is the one for the left, and that one there's one for the right. You can see that there's 3 extensions on the top piece, and then there's 2 holes on the bottom where the cross piece bolts to. So the first thing that I need to do is bolt this plate to the left and right side of the vehicle. In order to do that, I need to use these M12 by 60 bolts. These are shoulder bolts. You can see that the thread doesn't go the whole way, and what it appears is if the chassis rails in the van have captive nuts. We'll see in a moment whether these protrusions actually fit into the chassis rail or not. There's 6 of these bolts, 3 for each side. These big washers are used with the 2 back bolts to attach the side plates to the chassis. Then there are 4 of these shorter M12 by 40 bolts, and they are used to attach the centerpiece to those side pieces through these holes over here. Now you notice that those holes are slightly elongated, so you'll be able to slide the centerpiece backwards and forwards to adjust it just correctly so the tow ball sits away from your bumper. Now each of these bolts need a nut. These are both 17mm, and then each of these 4 bolts have this little locking washer. So these 4 pieces fit on the bottom of these plates to attach the centerpiece. And then there are 2 of these big M16 bolts with nuts. These are both 24mm, and there is a spring washer, and these 2 are used for attaching the tow ball to the center plate. Okay, let's take a look underneath. So here we are underneath the rear of my long wheelbase T4. That is my spare wheel, of course, which I need to remove before fitting the tow bar. That is the left rear chassis rail, and then the right rear chassis rail is up there. Both of them have a little bit of surface rust. To lower the spare wheel on the T4, you need to just undo these 2 17mm nuts. If anything, what this has showed me is that you should regularly take out these bolts and grease them with copper slip so that when you do need to use your spare wheel on the side of a road, you're not going to be stuck. Slide that out. The underside of my van looks pretty good, but what I am going to do is use this opportunity to just tidy up, and I'm going to wire brush down these two chassis rails on either side of the van and then just treat them with some rust converter. Just look how manky that spare tire is. I'm going to hazard a guess and suggest that that tire is as old as the van. These are the three holes that the side plate fits to. One over there below this cross member, and then these two holes over here which form part of the bumper support bracket. These side plates for the tow bar actually attach and become part of the rear bumper support system, which I suppose makes it really quite strong and stiff, and then that front one over there just holds it in place. And now that I've cleaned up the underside here a little bit with the wire brush, I have also WD-40'd these two bolts over here. I need to remove those two bolts first before I bolt on the side plates on each side. Now those two bolts actually bolt on the rear bumper crash bar or rear bumper support bar. So I have to remove those two. So these two bolts on either side are actually 18 millimeters. Well, it is actually coming off. There is a captive nut on the bumper support bracket. Well, that lube definitely got in there and helped, that's for darn sure. So thankfully those two bolts came out reasonably easily. I don't think you would have got those out without the use of an impact wrench, because they've been in there for a very long time. So the two captive nuts are part of the rear bumper support bracket, and the new bolts should just bolt straight into there. But before I put the new bolts in there, I am going to use some copper slip. But before I bolt on the side piece, I'm just going to spray some rust converter on here where I've gone over it with the wire brush. Right, I've got my General Light rust converter. So what I'm going to do now is fit the side support, and I'm going to start with this center bolt over here, and that is going to get this little spring washery thing, so I need to put that on first. I'll start with the center one because it'll support it reasonably well in the center while I do the rear and the front. So I'm going to put some copper slip on here so that it doesn't rust. So this is the plate for the right hand side. You can see it's got those extrusions over here, these spacers, 3 of them. There are 3 60mm shoulder bolts that have got to be put in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this a bit of copper slip as well for where it is going to sit against the support bar. That's just to stop the two of them becoming one. Okay, so I've loosened the wiring loom. As you can see, it's hanging there. That's got to go like that. Oh, that was a good guess. These bolts that I'm putting in are 19mm. So I'm just going to lube up this bolt. There we go. And then it needs one of these big fat washers on the outside, and then the nut. Ta-da! Now to just do the others. I'm just going to make these as tight as I can now. Oh. That is the rear one in place. Now I can just tighten up the two front two, and then this side will be done. That is on solid. Fantastic. And there you go. That's the one side done. That is both sides now fitted and torqued up. I just made them as tight as I possibly could. I think when I have the van up on ramps after a couple of weeks, and maybe after my first tow of whatever, I will just double check these bolts. And now it's time to fit that center section using these 4 nuts and bolts and washers, and then that should just fit between those 2 plates that I've fitted. Hopefully that goes according to plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some copper slip on the face here, because I don't want these bits rusting together. I've run into my first hitch, excuse the pun, but this tow bar doesn't fit between the brackets, so I'm going to have to loosen the bolts on this side, I think, on the left hand side, because the right side was much tighter, and see if I can get this to go into place. I've got myself a rubber mallet here. This is rubber Clarkson, not Jeremy. Jeremy's the steel one. He's doing more to save British farmers than the politicians who are trying to kill them off. Right, so let's try and pivot this. So what's happened is, as I was trying to squeeze these together, powder coating was bunching up and made a little bit of a lip, which meant I couldn't push it any further than that. But it's still going to prove to be very difficult to actually squeeze this into place. Now I suspect that I'll have to use a jack or something underneath here to push this up, but honestly I really don't think that's the ideal way to do this, because it's going to put pressure on these plates, and the plates are going to put pressure on the chassis rails. Instead of fitting nice and snug, it's having to be forced together. Now that's never a good thing. Honestly, I think Tow Trust could have done a better job with their measurements, because they are clearly a couple of millimeters out. And no, my van has not been involved in a rear end collision. Not the preferred way of doing this, but that seems to be the case. Right, there we go. So I've lined up the hole in the side plate with the hole in the centerpiece. Now the centerpiece actually does have a captive nut. Nice. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tap this tow bar as far back as I can, so that when I mount the ball is as far away from the bumper as possible. The face of the ball mounting plate over here is probably about 1 centimeter behind the bumper. What I'm going to do, tap the centerpiece forward until I've got as much space at the back here as possible, and that will also mean that both the bolts on both sides will be lined up against the furthest back point of these plates over here. Okay, so that's closed up that gap at the front there. Okay, so I'm going to nip this side up, because this side is all the way back, and then we'll go over to that side and try and push it as far back as possible, because by eye it looks perfectly straight. So this is on the right hand side of the vehicle, and I can see about 3 millimeters of space between the washer and the hole that's in the actual plate. Remember, those holes are kind of elongated, so you can make some adjustment. Just over the back there. Yep, that helped a little bit. Okay, now that the centerpiece is in place, I can nip up all these other bolts again for the side frames and the back bolts, and then I can move on to the actual tow ball. Onto the home stretch, in as much as the tow bar is concerned. Time to fit the tow hitch. Now this is just a standard tow ball. It's not anything special. I believe there's a couple of different versions. I don't know about them at all. One of the reasons why I chose the kind that bolts on instead of a swan neck is because I have a couple of accessories from past vehicles that bolt to the tow bar mounting plate, and I intend to use those in future. Additionally, you can get steps that mount to these plates that just give you a little bit of more space at the back here, which I am quite keen on as well. But for the time being, I'm going to proceed and just fit this tow ball directly to the plate. And as I pointed out before, there are a couple of these big old bolts and nuts. These are 24mm. So I've got a socket and I've got a ring spanner. There are no washers. There are 2 of these serrated washers which help them stay tight and solid. And then that hole over there on the bottom left is where the electrics mount, and the electrics are in this packet over here, and it has a plate over there which I'll get to later, and that just has a single mounting point and that mounts down there. I'm going to put the nuts at the back and the bolts at the front like this. And what I also want to do is put some copper slip on the face there. A little bit of copper slip, a little bit of anti-seize, makes sure that they can separate nicely in future. Right, so there we got one bolt. Pop him through like that. Serrated washer on the back, and then the nut which has got the markings on the one side, I'm putting those markings facing outwards. So I'm just going to put that on there like that. Serrated washer. Let's tighten that baby up. And you can see how the serrated washer actually held the nut in place. Bada bing! Next step, electrics.